No, I'm not really in the Rolling Stones Blue Edition. If you're a long-time listener to the show or you've been on my blog, you probably heard me mention methylene blue. It's one of the things that are in the box I put together for you. This is box number 16. So if this is your first box, imagine what you've been missing out on so far. But the reason my tongue is blue is that I use something that I've actually been playing with for 20 years. Methylene blue was originally a synthetic dye way back in the 1800s. And in the box, you are getting from Troscriptions, my friend Dr. Ted's company. Dr. Ted is one of the top 10 smartest guys on earth and certainly one of the smartest doctors I know. He's been on Bulletproof Radio, very powerful guest, whether we're talking about medicine or we're talking about shamanic realms or mitochondrial energy, he's there. And he formulated 8 doses, 8 troches of this methylene blue because it is a mitochondrial enhancer. It also makes you look like you've been kissing a Smurf. Now, you don't have to kiss a Smurf to look this way. It only lasts for a little while. But I was a little nervous when I first started using this because when the first paper ever came out, sometime in the late 90s, early 2000s, about using it for this purpose, you could only get industrial supply stuff and the doses were super tiny. And since then, as biohacking has expanded, we've gotten into a good dose here. So Dr. Ted formulated these, you put it under your tongue and you actually feel a kick right afterwards, like a little bit, whoa, what just happened? You just might want to make sure that you can explain why you've been kissing the Smurf, and you might not want to do it before you go on camera, unless you're me. So you'll enjoy those. 8 doses is enough to really feel it. You don't have to use it every day. And this is worth about $14 at retail value, and there are other versions with other things in them that Dr. Ted makes. So you have a card with 2 little envelopes that contain the 8 doses, 4 in each envelope or each little baggie, and you're gonna like that. So I'm putting this in the box for you. And next up, the Curve. Now this is something that is called a muscle scraper, and it's for myofascial release. And it's a little different than what you think it might be. It's worth about 50 bucks, so you're already getting a lot of value in the box. And what I like about this is that it is made of stone. And you actually take this and you use the emollient that I'm also including for you, it goes right here, and you put it on wherever you have sore muscles and this connection between the fascia and the muscles, and you can literally scrape. You can do it anywhere that there's an issue. And it's made of something called Bian stone, B-I-A-N. It's really smooth, it's really comfortable, and it's all natural. And what you'll find is your range of motion can increase. So in about 7 days, you see a difference. So if you're having a problem, something isn't quite right, you can use this. There is a discount if you want to get other stuff from Sidekick, but I'll just tell you, this is good. Next up is the gift of knowledge. This is something really, really potent and powerful. I'm gonna show you something. This is my EliteHRV sensor. And this is something that connects to your phone, and we've got you a discount on this. I couldn't fit this in the box for you at the price we've got, but what I did get is full access to their $150 course. And this is a course that's about 2 hours long, full of everything you'd ever want to know about biofeedback for heart rate variability. If you've been reading my books, listening to the podcast, this is one of the original big biohacks. Whether you're dealing with sleep, anxiety, performance enhancement, I will tell you, you can learn in relative short order using this exactly what your autonomic nervous system is doing. As you listen to this right now, there's a really good chance that some part of you is in fight or flight mode, and you won't know it. But when you do the training that you get when you decide to do the EliteHRV, you can do the training without owning the device. What it's going to teach you is how it works, how your body works, how your nervous system works, so you can hack it. And then you'll probably end up saying, I would like to put one of these on my wish list. I'm going to do it. And when you do it, we're going to save you money on that. But most importantly, the amount of freedom you get when you have this level of awareness to go, wait a minute, something I just saw on the news, something that just happened in my house, in my workplace with my boss, it just put me in fight or flight and you won't know it. Best example I've ever had, I used to coach a top hedge fund manager, the kind of guy who flies around on his own jet. And he calls me, he's like, Dave, I finally decided to try heart rate variability training. So he actually only did it when he was flying. And he said, okay, I've got it. I actually convince myself I can really get into the zone. And as soon as he starts trading, he says, I'll plug this thing in. He starts trading when the market bell opens. He goes out of the zone and he realizes that he's always been trading for 20 years of his career in a state of fight or flight. So he trained himself using feedback to not go into that state. He said, Dave, at the end of the day, I'm full of energy. I'm not cranky. I don't yell at my family anymore. That's the thing. He was successful. He was in fight or flight. You can be successful and not in fight or flight. That's why this course, regardless of whether you pick up the device, the course is really valuable for you and is very detailed and full of information. It's a real $150 course. So enjoy the course. You really want to do this. You will walk away going, okay, now I know how this works. I'm a real biohacker. Next in the box is a gift for you, and it is from my friend and author, Dawson Church. Dawson is a legend in the field of epigenetics, and his method has helped more than 1 million people learn to meditate. It turns out there's something different than a flow state. It's a bliss meditation that he calls eco meditation, and he is gifting you the first 2 chapters of his new book. It's called Bliss Brain. And I'm not putting any value on this in your box. I just want you to have it. I wrote the foreword for this book because it's that good. You can learn how to get into a flow state in less than 5 minutes by using a bliss-based meditation. So the steps are in there. It tells you how to do it. And you'll just find that Bliss Brain is worth your time to read to the point that you're getting an early access to it. So check this out and just realize there are things you can do that save you time on your meditation. There are clinical studies that show 30 days of practicing the meditation you're going to learn in here can actually rewire networks in the brain. And some of that network rewiring is what I do at the Neuroscience Institute at 40 Years of Zen. So there are many ways to rewire it, but this is a quick and easy way to get access to that. In fact, it's one of the best ones. And Dawson in person, he's a master. He knows what he's doing at a very deep level, and he's done it for many, many people. You will get what you are looking for out of Bliss Brain. So enjoy the first couple chapters on me and on Dawson. Next up is something really special, actually. It is a vessel testing strip. Now, my team has told me I'm not allowed to actually pee on this to show you how it works, which is probably better for all of us. But you got access to this ahead of pre-orders on the Vessel site. And this is a new kind of test strip. You open it up, you tear open the package, and of course, well, you pee on it or dip it into pee. And what it does is it syncs directly with your smartphone and gives you the data right away on a variety of health markers. And the company is making waves in the biohacking industry because this is one of those things that really can get you the information that you need. So you can do a test every week, every couple weeks, every month. You get the results right away. You don't have to wait a long time, and you can see if something you did actually works. We're talking about hydration, nutrition, toxins, all that kind of stuff. So you got first access to this biohacking tool that I think is really meaningful for how things work. You don't have to send it in, and you get the data right away. So Vessel in the box. Of course, we're not done. I wanted to get more value in the box for you. So how about another $22 in value for a bottle of Qualia Night? And this is a formula from Neurohacker Collective, my friends over there, and they have put a whole bunch of interesting herbal things into this blend to help you sleep. It stacks very well with sleep mode. It stacks well with the MCT, the honey, all the things I've been teaching about sleep. But if you wanted to try a bunch of different things at the same time, including some things like, I'm going to say it wrong, because I always say it wrong, jujuba or jujubi. It's jujubi. Jujube seed extract is one of those things where, is that going to work or not? So I find this to be a really interesting tool to say, is there another level for your sleep? And if so, it's one or more of the ingredients in here. I think you'll like it. So give Qualia Night a try and see if you measure a difference. Maybe you picked up the HRV sensor, you see it there. Maybe you see it on your Oura Ring. Maybe you see it in the Sleep Space app. Whatever you do to track your sleep, give it a try and see if it does something for you. If so, you're welcome. Next is a couple items worth $75. And these are things that are my creations that are so cool, I wanted you to have them. The first one is the Luna Red Sunset Sleep Light. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time with TrueDark. And as you probably know, TrueDark is one of the companies I've founded. There's patents in the company around circadian biology and colors and things like that I've done. So I'm kind of deep on this. This is a bulb that my kids use, people in the company use, that I use. And what you do is you put it in next to your bed. It's designed for your reading lamp. And you shouldn't be reading under a bright white light at night. And this lets you go from 3,000 to 1,000 K. And a little TrueLight bulb, but it comes with a remote. And what the remote lets you do is control the color and the intensity. Now, if you are a student of biohacking, of the things I teach, in fact, there are 3 things that control the timing system through the eyes. It's angle, it's color, and intensity. This gives you control of the color, which should be red after the sun goes down, and the intensity, which is as dim as is useful and as bright as you need, but not brighter. And the angle, put it down here, not above you. There you go. It's to enhance your sleep quality and still let you read. New study was just published a couple weeks ago from when I'm filming this, and they found that exposing the eyes to red frequency light within the wavelength of this actually appeared to prevent the onset of aging in the eyes. They didn't say it reversed aging, but they thought reading or exposing the eyes to red light makes them age less quickly. So I'm not saying this bulb does that because we don't have any studies of this bulb, but the frequencies contained in here did do that in a study. I will also tell you that I've been practicing this for a long time, and I use the glasses at night. And the last time I had a very advanced eye study done, basically, they said, Dave, your eyes are showing none of the signs of aging that we would expect. The cornea isn't yellowing the way it's supposed to, and it hasn't lost flexibility the way it's supposed to. I don't need reading glasses. I'm 20/15 in both eyes. I think that red light at night might be good for you. Just saying. This is there for you to read. You can get up to 4 bulbs controlled by 1 switch if you want to. You get the bulb and the switch. Well, I'm not going to put them back well in their box, but I'm putting them in the box for you. The other part of the $75 is also something that I've wanted, especially for travel, and I love it. It's a TrueDark nightlight. I'm going to open this one up because I didn't pull the one out of my bedroom for you. This is a Luna Red portable nightlight. It's very lightweight, it's rechargeable, and it can be motion activated. But what it does is it lets you have just enough red light. You can actually read by this, and that's what I do, but it's just enough if you put it in your bathroom, when you wake up, whether it's you or your kids, you'll wake up, you'll do your business, you'll go back to sleep. If the kids turn the lights on, they won't go back to sleep and they'll come wake you up. So this is how you can have light when you need it at night. Keep it next to your bed. There's these cool little stickers that let you stick it with a magnet where you want it to go. You see how I did that? In fact, it's hard to get them off. So you double-sided tape, stick the magnet right next to your bed. You're good to go. You pick it up, move it around. I really, really like this. It's in my backpack whenever I travel, and you'll love it. I've been traveling for about a year with a prototype of this, so it's good. And I'm going to turn it off before I put it in the box for you. Oh, big thing. On the back, there's a setting for auto, which means it'll turn itself on with a motion sensor. That's what you do for the kids in the bathroom. And there's one that just says on, where it just stays on. If you're going to read, use that one. If you just want a little bit of romantic light or the ability to see and get undressed or whatever, just leave it on. The motion sensor is pretty much bathroom mode. And if that wasn't enough, you also got this amazing book. Okay. This is a new revamped guide to everything that you got. So all the codes you need in order to get your training, all of the information about EliteHRV, essentially a write-up of all of this. So we put this together for you so you know why you're getting what you get. And we had about $300 in value on this box, and it cost you $100. So delivering the value as high as I can go on these because I know that it matters right now. It matters always, but it matters even more now. So I'm paying attention. How do you get access to the cool stuff? And finally, part of this, there are some things that just will not fit into the budget that we have for your box. So what do we do about that if I want you to know about it because it's really cool? Well, it's called golden ticket items if you're new to the Dave Asprey box. It is the Apollo. And if you heard the podcast with Dr. David Rabin, it was pretty amazing. This is one of the guys who's old school psychedelic therapy, but he's been saying something that I've also believed for a long time, that vibrations matter. And there's sort of the quantum woo crowd, and by the way, many of them are my friends, and sometimes they're right. So I'm not saying that quantum woo is always wrong, but sometimes when things are hard to explain, we say, oh, it's a quantum effect. Well, without going there, vibrations and frequencies really matter. And a frequency just means how many times something happens per second. Well, physical vibration is one of the things that your cells and even your subcellular organelles like your mitochondria listen to. Your nervous system is listening for vibrations in the world around you, whether it's a predator approaching, whether it's an earthquake, changes in air pressure, a massage, or you're at Burning Man and you really like the bass. All of those are forms of physical vibration that your body can feel. Well, the Apollo, which is a golden ticket item, which means 5 people win the Apollo. Everyone else, you get a major discount on it. You wear this thing on your wrist. You can wear it on the top. I like it on the bottom on the acupressure points. And you talk to it with your phone, and it actually vibrates, and it changes the state of your nervous system through physical vibration on the nerves right there. And you could say, Dave, that's not possible. And I'd say, what evidence do you have that's not possible? Because it actually works. And there are studies behind it. We've been using vibrational things as a form of feedback for a very long time. For instance, you can do brain training with vibrations. It turns out different vibrations do different things. He's cracked the code. And if you want to just blow your mind, you put it on your ankle. And it doesn't even make sense, but you can go from to, hey, I'm feeling good. And if you want to relax at night, there's really serious efficacy to this. So I want you to get a discount on it. Everyone gets a discount, but 5 of you get a whole device mailed to you. This is a new innovation. It's not feedback. It's actually direct control. You tell your phone to make it vibrates, and your nervous system changes in response to the vibration. You got to try it if you get a chance. It's really cool. And if you're still skeptical, if you have the core sense, so you can do your HRV measurements, see what happens to your heart rate variability when you use the Apollo. I think you'll find that's kind of cool. These are about $350 a piece at retail. So we're giving away 5 of these on a random basis. And everyone who's a subscriber gets a major discount code in the booklet. I'm not going to tell it to you on this video because other people are going to see the video. It's only for subscribers. So there you have it. I'm finishing up packing your box for you. In fact, the whole team is packing up boxes. There's too many boxes for me to do just by myself, but these are the things I picked for you. And the total value comes to just over $320 for you, and you paid $100. I'm working hard to deliver value for you so that you get access to things like this. And frankly, you would have probably paid, including shipping, about this just to get the nightlight and the special bulb that will improve your sleep. And you got a lot of other stuff, including knowledge, including advanced meditation, and a bunch of cool things you can try and experience and feel. And that's what biohacking is about. It's about taking control of your own biology by changing the environment around you, your light, what you think about, even the color of your tongue. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And if you walk around with a blue tongue, have a good excuse.